What's up, YouTube fam? It's Dark Angel's Journey, and I am Shakira. So, I was unavailable to trade on Monday and Tuesday, so this is my first prep video of the week. And I've sort of been glancing at the charts a little bit. And no joke, I am sleepy. I am tired. I would love a frap or something to wake me up, but I can't do that, so I'm just gonna have water and hydrate and call it a day. Anyway, so let's take a look at what we've got going on. And first things first, as always, let's take a look. Do we have any news this week? It is April 1st. Woohoo! And it is warm. I love it. So there was some news on Monday, nothing really on Tuesday. Today there's stuff at 8 a.m., some jolts. Sorry, 10 a.m. Jesus. Jolts. So I will be waiting until 10 to do anything. We have unemployment tomorrow and then non-farm payroll on Friday. So that's stuff to be interested. Let's do a little cleanup now because they've blown through everything. So let's just clean up. Let's delete that. Wigs. So the previous day's sell side liquidity is quite far away. So we're very bearish. So shorts are most definitely areas of interest for me. Let's delete that. It's not weird for them to want to run back up into this bearish for value gap on the daily here. Let's double check. Oh, hold on. I'm doing this in the wrong place, I think. Let me see. Just make sure this contract. There we go. This is the one we're using. My bad. Switching that over. Let's use this guy. Let's delete that. All right, so we've got this daily bearish fair value gap right here. I got to get it perfect so I can, so when I execute, life is like a box of chocolates. Let's clean up a bit. As I mentioned, got a few old fair value gaps and things. All right, so they've taken all of the lower liquidity that I was interested in. Must be nice. So the weekly equal lows is all gone. And no joke, we need to like look to the left here to see where they could go. So I'm gonna borrow this fair value gap right here, and we're going to adjust it to this daily one down here. And looks like they took beautiful place for a retracement, by the way. So they took and let's fix that. Okay, let's do this. And let's see what's the high of this candle. 22,760, 25. Let's adjust that, 60, 25. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so they dropped and then they tapped it and then reversed. As always, we all know that they can't go down in, they can't just drop, right? They have to come back, do some retracements. I would like to see between now and 10 o'clock, like some actual aggressive moves down. Let's take a look, because let's clear that out. Let's leave the weekly lows just so we know that they've taken that. All of the lows I cared about have been taken. Next set are all the way over here on the daily. So actually I could have, let me see, can I do undo? All right, let's move this one down here. So that would be another area of interest. Some equal lows down here looking juicy. Another one's all the way down here. So it's just all about how low they want to go, really. Let's be honest. We have beautiful volume imbalance over here with, included in this fair value gap that propelled price up. Look at that. Beautiful. So this rocketed price back up. I'm hoping it's just a retracement. So we're very bearish. The 4 hour is looking pretty bullish after the sweep. That's nice. If I'm looking for any longs, it would be most likely that high up there inside of this bearish fair value gap that's propelled price down. What is this? Some buy side liquidity on the 4 hour. And also good to note the extreme as targets. So let's note that 4 hour extreme. Okay. And of course, we have these juicy equal highs up here, even all the way up here. But let's leave that for now. Let's clean that up. So I don't know that I expect, when did they take this? 5 o'clock yesterday. So let's see where London and Asia and all those guys are hanging out. Let's leave that. So looks like they've already taken the London highs out here. So I wouldn't mind seeing, with the understanding that they've already taken London liquidity out, Asia has already been taken in this very obvious desire to move all the way up. So I would love to see in this 4 fair value gap, we have a nice rejection from it. Be nice to see a nice wick like we see here on this wick. Let's zoom in on that. Let's zoom in on these places with these rejections. It's really obvious, like when they want to like move from an area, not, but it's not just anywhere, right? Like it has to be an area of interest. Like, for example, you see this wick here, it tapped into this fair value gap, which was previously used to drop, and then beautiful, aggressive, bearish candle followed pretty soon after that. This guy, tapped weekly equal lows and a daily fair value gap and then ran up. So I assume folks were able to capitalize on those longs. For now, I'll be waiting until 10 o'clock. The 1 hour looks bullish. The 4 hour looks bullish. Let's see, the 30-minute obviously looks bullish. The 15-minute looks bullish. I mean, in terms of targets, like I said, we've got a bunch of news coming out until 10. So a lot of the things I might be interested in might already get taken before I even get to the chart. So we'll see. For now, I'd be interested in something, heading back into this. Oopsie, get in there. Into this fair value gap. The candle is forming. The daily candle is forming. So we don't know what it's going to end up being. But, we do know that the overarching bias is short. But sometimes we have to go with what the session is saying. So again, and I stop at the 15-minute for higher time frame, like management. So again, we have some liquidity above, we have plenty below. I want to see how they behave inside of here. Of course, we have to wait for the news to come out. And then, as always, we're looking for something clean. So for example, let's give you a semi-decent idea of clean. So after this sweep right here, big aggressive shift, I would have dropped to the 5-minute and the 1 minute to see if I could find something entry-wise. And then as this sweep up, I would have wanted to see a shift below here. It's not super clean, so my preference would have been if they shifted, if they swept this out. They made equal lows, which, by the way, beautiful, beautiful area to take profit at. So actually, this would be my actual Equal lows right here would be where I'd be interested in taking some profits off if I get to trade in. Lovely jubbly. So let's see how the day forms. For now, it's a waiting game. The overarching daily is bearish. The 4 hour, sorry, yeah, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 15 are very bullish in the moment. So we'll have to see how they shift after news has come through. Until then, I am not touching anything. All right. Be good, be safe. Shakira out.